Hi, ma'am.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, give me a while. Your video is off.
Oh, yes, ma'am. 1 minute.
Okay. We were about to learn law of inheritance, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, now see what about the law of inheritance. Law of inheritance, in that what is given? Why it's not moving? Okay. The law of inheritance was proposed by Gregor Mendel after conducting the experiment on pea plant of 7 years. Means
Yeah.
this theory is not put forth within a day. It took around how
Yeah.
many? 7 years. So the laws are law of dominance, law of segregation, that is purity of gamete, and law of independent assortment. Okay. So these three laws
Okay.
we have to see. In that, what law of dominance? It has been included in a CBSE at 2020. Earlier, it wasn't there. Okay. So characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. They are nothing but a genes. As we have
Okay.
seen, the characters are the basic unit of the genetics. Sorry, heredity is nothing but genes. I taught you that or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So characters are controlled by the discrete unit called as factors, genes. Factors occur in a pairs. Okay. That won't be
Okay.
a single. That is always in pair. In a
Okay.
dissimilar pair, the factors, one member of the pair dominates. If there is a dissimilar pair, just now we have seen the capital T and small t. Capital T is what? It's for the tall. And small
Yeah.
t is for
Short.
right?
Wow.
Yeah. So what we come to know, like here, if there are the two different characters, two different gametes are present, two different factors are present, among that one is dominant. The one which is dominant has been shown by the capital letter and which is recessive that is shown by the small letter. Clear?
Okay. Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
Yeah. Now, law of segregation. This is about the dominance law. Clear? Now, next
So,
is
ma'am, the law of dominance basically states that in every pair of genes that there is going to be a dominant character.
yes. There it
Okay.
occurs in a pair. Okay. Characters which transmit from the parents to offspring are in a pairs.
Yeah.
Among if those are similar won't be a problem to give a character, whatever would be the genes that directly transfer. But then if that those genes are dissimilar, so among that one would be dominant. Okay, understand?
Okay.
So this is a law of dominance. And the one which is dominant, it would be shown by the offspring, and the recessive will be hidden. That won't be shown by the offspring, but then it is present in the genes. Clear?
Yeah, like in the last part of the Punnett square, it says
Yes.
small t for F2
Yes,
generation.
that's what I shown you, that like that example. We have learned
Yeah.
about capital T and small. And dominant character is always shown by the capital letter, and recessive character is shown by small letter.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Are you feeling sleepy?
No, I'm just yawning.
Okay, fine. See, the next one is what? Law of segregation. That is also called as the purity of gametes. This law is based on the fact that the alleles do not show any blending, or both the characters are recovered such in a F2 generation. Though one of these is not seen at the F1 stage, the parents contain two alleles during the gamete formation. The pair alleles separate and segregate from each other, such that gamete receive only on factor.
1.
It should be 1. Yes, correct. So gamete will receive what? Only one factor. Means suppose in F1 generation you get this. Then for
Yeah.
the filial generation, these gamete are further they will be segregate, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was tall and dwarf.
So, ma'am,
Capital D.
if they ask us what's the law of segregation and we have to give a statement, what would be
You
the
just
statement?
have, they will ask you the note on it. They won't ask you like what it is exactly. There is not a proper statement for this. It is just this is for the short note, you can say. This is for the information, you can say. Understanding means what? These gamete can be separate in F2 generation, though that character is not present in F1 stage, that can be seen into F2 generation.
Okay.
Understanding. So
Yeah.
we have seen the round, yellow and round, right? Y, R. Correct? And then what? Green and wrinkled. For that small
Yeah.
r, so capital Y, small y, and small r, right? Isn't it? So your first generation, you get hybrid, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. All were of this.
Yeah.
But then in second generation, you get all types, isn't it? You get yellow round, you get yellow wrinkled, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes or no? You get green round, you get green wrinkled,
Green wrinkled.
right? All characters been seen in a F2 generation, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Only F1 is just the
Yeah.
dominant characters. Yeah.
So what happened whenever in a first generation you may get a hybrid, maybe this phenotype is not seen, but then later those gamete get segregate, and that is the law of segregation. That is nothing but a purity of gamete.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, law of independent assortment. What is given? Just a minute. Yeah, that's it. See now next. Okay. Law of independent assortment. In that, law of independent assortment state that the alleles of two different genes get sorted into a gametes independently of one another. Understanding? Like we have seen, whenever gametes are formed, that would be capital T, small t. Were like that, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, in that way it was, right? But then later it gets segregate
Ma'am, what do you mean?
for the characters. See, law of independent assortment state is what alleles of two different genes get sorted into gametes independently. It was like that. Segregation means get separate. The same law has been said. Capital T, small t. It will be segregated as what? Capital T separately, small t separately.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I have to form the gamete for this, capital Y, capital R, small r. That will be capital Y, capital R, correct? Then
Yeah.
capital Y, small r. Then small y, capital R. And the other one is what? Small y, small r. In that way
Yeah.
we have formed. So each character is have their own like individual existence, right? And they are
Yes, ma'am.
independent. They are independent on each other. They are not dependent,
Okay, they're
right?
not dependent on any other gene.
They
They're
are
just
not dependent at all. Means like if
have their
yellow
own
color is
complete.
there, that time only round shape will come. It's not like that. With yellow color, wrinkled shape is also can become.
Yes, ma'am.
With green color, round shape also can become. Or with green
Yeah.
color, wrinkled shape can also become, isn't it? So it is
Mm-hmm.
completely independent. They are not related to each other.
Each other.
These two alleles or genes are independently assorted. The same thing is given here. Law of independent assortment state that the alleles of two different genes get sorted into a gametes independently of one another. Now understood this statement?
I'm sorry.
Now you understood this statement?
Yes, yes.
Fine. In other words actually, here also spelling mistake. In other
Yeah.
words, the allele a gamete receives for one gene does not influence the allele received from the another genes. Understand?
In other words, a allele a gamete receives.
You just forget this word. You may get confused. Gamete received from one gene does not influence the gamete received from another one, as they do not affect on each other. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Now, next is what? Expression by dominant and recessive factor. Just give me a minute. Huh? I'll be back within a minute.
Sure,
I
sure.
just wanted to drink water. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Mhm.
Till the time, can you write down these things? Means like whatever important point or whatever you feel to write. I don't want to waste your time. Pranavi.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Can you just
And I won't take much time. I'll just come within 2 minutes. Law of
sure.
dominant, segregation, and independent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much we have to complete. Only 2 to 3 pages. Yeah, we are able to finish it. Evolution
Yeah.
is not hard. These are the question answers. This I'll post you.
Okay.
Up to like environmental determination sex up to that. Just 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Done?
I'm almost. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See now, expression by dominant and recessive factors. What is given? Factors or alleles are actually genes or a segment of DNA that control the expression of traits. Okay, what are they? They are a segment of DNA or a genes that control the expression of traits. They control the synthesis of protein or enzyme formed from them. Okay, because
Okay.
in DNA, we know that DNA is made up of protein, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they control the synthesis of protein or enzyme formed from them. The dominant factor take part in a synthesis of protein or an enzyme so that it produces its morphological or physiological effect.
Ma'am, how exactly do the okay, so my question is basically like the dominant and recessive, right? So my question, even in the beginning, it was like this only, but then how does the cell know that which trait it should take like synthesis of?
The
Because
same
the
same
genes
question
basically
is given
direct the
here.
protein, right?
Yeah, here it is given. See that only expression by the dominant and recessive factors. So which factor is a dominant and which one is a recessive? It completely depending upon the synthesis of protein and enzyme. The one which produce a synthesis of which produce a protein and even the enzyme will be lead and become a dominant among the pair if it is
Hmm.
dissimilar characters. Understanding? The
Yeah.
one which cannot or which will produce in a less quantity, it will be a recessive, but then it will be present.
Okay.
Understand? So that only it is present into the cell. So cell will not detect. Their behavior will detect which one would be the
Dominant or recessive? Okay.
recessive. And the one which is like take part in a synthesis of protein and enzyme, okay, it produce its morphological and physiological effect. Now, morphological means outside, and physiological means in physical thing, like tall or related to height, related to complex, related to eye color, related to body shape,
Hmm.
etc.
Okay.
Understand? The one which is produce the protein and enzyme will be a dominant. Okay. And same will be reflect into the morphology and the physiology of the whatever mammal, animal, plant,
Okay.
etc. Understood?
Yeah.
So on the basis of that, we can say this is a dominant character and this is recessive character. But then why one is dominant and other one is recessive? It is completely depending upon the synthesis of protein and enzyme by that particular trait transfer from parent to offspring.
Okay.
The one which is produced in a more quantity will be dominant. The one which is created in a less quantity is a recessive. It will be
Okay.
present. Clear? Now I guess your doubt has been clear.
Yes.
It was related to that only, I
Yeah, yeah,
guess.
it was this only.
Yeah, fine. So the recessive factor is unable to produce to fully effective protein or enzyme. The same I told you now.
Yeah, I was not able to synthesize
Yes,
fully.
and hence it will be recessive. It
Hmm.
will not be showcased. Now I'll give you a proper example. I don't know whether you are aware of the Bachchan family. Are you?
Sorry?
Are you aware of the Bachchan family? Amitabh Bachchan
Oh, of
family.
course, Amitabh
So
Bachchan, Aishwarya
Amitabh
Rai.
Bachchan has to, no, Aishwarya Rai would be that is another part.
Yeah.
She's outsider. She's not a family member. She's like
Yeah, but
in
Amitabh Bachchan.
laws. Okay.
Yeah,
But
Bachchan,
then
right.
if you see the Amitabh Bachchan and like his wife, Jaya Bachchan,
Yeah,
there
Jaya
is a lot
Bachchan.
of difference in their height.
Yeah.
Correct. But then if you see Abhishek Bachchan and the Shweta Bachchan, both children are tall.
Yes, so dominant.
The dominant one, tall. Understand why tall has been reflected in the morphology? Because the tall trait create a more protein and enzyme.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Correct? Yeah. Understood?
Yeah.
Fine. Now, a protein that is important for the process of synthesis by the factor for tallness more efficiently than the factor of dwarfness. What they said?
Ma'am,
A
is
protein that
there a
is
more likely chance of anything?
sorry, I didn't understand your question. Can you please repeat it?
I mean, like basically the F2 generations are basically like four offsprings, right? So it can be in any one of them. It can be tall or short, right?
Yes.
So, is there any likely chance, like, to know if you're gonna give birth to a tall baby or a short baby? Or is it
There,
equal chance?
sorry, you can find it out, but then for that you have to do little research by that cross and all. Your by knowing your generations, previous generation, their genes and your genes, and on the
Mhm.
basis of that, the same Mendel study, right?
Hmm.
Mendel study same, but then it will take time because all
Of course.
generations need to be learned. I don't know whether
Yeah.
your previous generation genes types would be known or not,
You have to go from
isn't
all the way
it?
to the
So
parent generation till now.
yes, and then it is possible. It is possible. No, no issues.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is one of the important part. Most of the time it's been asked. See NCRT 2011, 12, and 2020.
2020.
Number of time this question asked.
Okay.
Okay. See, autosomes and allosomes, what it is. Autosomes are the chromosome apart from the sex chromosomes.
Okay.
And an allosome is a sex chromosome that differ in size from the behavior from an autosomes.
Hmm.
Okay. So autosomes, these determine the somatic traits. Somatic traits, rest are like hair color, complex, height, etc.
Yeah.
And this allosomes, hymens have one pair of allosomes.
Mamora hymens.
Hymens are the kind of chromosome only, a type of chromosome you can say. One
Okay.
pair of chromosome. Okay.
Okay.
And there are 22 homologous pairs of autosome. And these allosomes, chromosomes contain genes that determine the biological sex of an organism.
Mamora somatic traits.
So just now I told you, somatic traits means height, complex, the
Yeah.
complexion, then hair colors, skin
Acha,
color,
acha, okay.
okay, eyes color, etc. It's like common it will be. And sex, gender determination is
Yeah.
completely depending on the allosomes that are different,
Hmm.
one chromosome only, pair
Sex
of
chromosome.
chromosome, which consist only two chromosomes. Okay. Among that, one is X and another one is Y. One is short and another one is long.
I thought a human being contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, which are 23 plus 1. So then how did two chromosomes come?
Listen, 23 pair now.
Hmm.
So here how many?
Acha, you meant one pair, so two chromosomes.
Understanding. These are 22 and this is 1. So total there 23. And two chromosome, this is a pair. So that will be, there are two chromosomes.
Acha,
Pair
okay.
means two,
Hmm.
correct?
Yeah.
Understood now? Clear? So
Yes.
total number of chromosomes are 46.
Hmm.
Correct? Among that 44 are autosome, correct? And only
Yeah, and two are,
allosomes or
yeah.
heterosomes also you can say for that. Clear?
Yeah, I've
Understand?
heard of hetero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see here they have given. Out of 23 pairs of chromosome, autosomes are 22 pair and allosome is one pair.
Ma'am, can I just go to the washroom?
Yeah, yeah. Come. Come early. Go.
Yes, ma'am.
See the content what is given here. Out of 23 pair of chromosome, 22 are the autosomes and one is a allosome. Then a pair of X chromosome is present in a female, while X and Y chromosomes are present in a male. It's related to human, huh? Okay. Now
Ma'am, how do
during this,
animals then do it?
sorry,
How do animals, do they have a specific process for determining their gender?
I didn't understand your question. Please repeat.
My question was, do animals like fishes, mammals, like
No, no, no,
birds
no.
who lay eggs,
Nobody,
do they
nobody,
have
nobody.
any?
No one can detect the sex or gender because there are the always 50-50% chances, even for
Ma'am,
human
because
and
I've
even for.
heard like a snail can determine its gender.
No, I didn't heard about it. I don't know about it. I mean, if it is so, then too I need to check because I never heard of like this. Even animals and humans both cannot because there are always 50-50% chances of the male and female child or offspring.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Because in I guess in birds the chromosomes are in like female has X and Y, whereas the male has XX. Okay, so there are also a chances about 50
Ma'am,
50%.
just a small question. How exactly do birds fertilize and create eggs?
Same process, but then I don't have a proper idea about it. Like the same process is what they it's a sexual reproduction, and obviously they should undergo the sexual intercourse, and after that egg is formed inside the body of female that would be laid and that need to be hatched.
Okay.
Okay, this is really very common process. But then how egg is been formed inside the body that need to be checked. Means whatever ova is there, no, ova of female and the
Do birds
sperm
also have
of
ovas?
male bird. Obviously, yes, the egg which you eat,
Never
okay, in a
strike me.
breakfast, that is nothing but the, yeah, if it would be, there are the two different types of eggs. I don't know whether you are aware or not. Fertilized egg and unfertilized egg,
Yeah,
right?
the ones which we eat are unfertilized, right?
Yes. So no, it's not like that. We are not eating like I don't know. Your mom may be aware. Like in Maharashtra, it says Gavran Anda. Okay. So
Gavran?
Gavran Anda, yeah, Gavran Anda, or we can say what the egg which is available in a village or directly from the local what we can say hens, local hens
Farm.
which
Yeah.
is fertilized one. That is nothing but a fertilized one. Actually, the Gavran anda is nothing but what fertilized egg. Commonly by the
Okay.
local bird, they have their intercourse and it get fertilized, and after that it's been laid. Okay, and if you
Hmm.
get it from the poultry, that will be unfertilized.
Difference if
Understand?
you do from poultry, what do they do then? Like, do they inject and get an egg?
Sorry. In a
In a
like in a poultry, what happened? Like they gave injections to the
Hmm.
birds, and due to the injection bird is laying eggs. Actually
Yeah,
the
that's what.
one of the like suppose one hen is there, naturally its capacity to lay egg around 15 to 20 days, and next 15
Okay.
to 20 days hen will not lay the egg. She'll be ready to hatch those egg. Okay, so we can say
Okay.
she is not laying the egg now, that so that have a certain different name in different locality. I don't want to give you that name, fine. But then, because of the injection and the steroids, nowadays what happened? Whatever eggs we are getting from the poultry, those hens continuously for the 30 days of the month they are laying eggs. Understanding, and that is so hazardous for the health. Nowadays, cancer patients are increased due to a chicken, poultry chicken, and the eggs, poultry eggs mostly. If you're taking it from the local fertilized egg or local fertilized hens or like cocks, if you're eating, that is fine, that okay. It's a part of food, that won't be harm. But then if you get it the injected one, that is difficult then. Like it's very difficult. steroid will be enter in our body. Because what
I have
happened
no
when I
idea
see my,
because Abu Dhabi and all those places, they don't exactly have chicken farms or something. So whatever we are getting is imported. So we have absolutely no idea where these are from.
that is fine. So that's why I need to avoid the chicken. If you want, you have
I'm
meat.
vegetarian, so we don't eat chicken, but we eat eggs.
Yeah, that's what. Whatever. Then if you want to, if you actually try to avoid, if you want, take it
Hmm.
fertilized one. It's fine. Local. From your surrounding, if somebody have birds who like what we can say, like many of people they keep the birds, right? Household
Yeah,
make.
but they keep falcons.
What?
They keep falcons, they don't keep normal birds.
Okay, falcons.
Yeah. It's a very big
Oh,
part of
okay. I don't know. I'm not aware because the area changes, society changes, habits
Yeah.
change. Everything would be according to habitat, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And distance is far. India and then UAE.
Yeah.
So definitely there would be certain different changes. Whatever I'm telling you, whatever you're experiencing there, that is completely different. But then try to avoid chicken and egg. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. Now see, during sperm formation, 50% sperm carry the X chromosome and 50% have Y chromosome. Correct?
Yeah.
Hmm. There is an equal probability of fertilization of the ovum with the sperm carrying either X or Y chromosome. The same I told you. In case of
Mm-hmm.
ovum fertilizes with a sperm carrying X chromosome, the zygote develop into female XX.
Yes.
Okay. And the fertilization of ovum with Y chromosome carrying the sperm result into the male offspring. Okay.
XY.
Yes, that will be X and Y. It is evident that in each pregnancy there is always 50% probability of either male and the female child.
Yeah.
Correct. Now see what is given below. Sex determination in human beings. Check. This is a father with XY sperms, mother with XX chromosome, both this XY chromosome with the father, XX with the mother. It will be
Huh.
segregated at what? X and Y and X and X. Right.
Yeah.
If father's X and mother's X would be come together, it will form female. Correct?
Mm.
Then father's X and again mother's another X will be come together, it will also form female. If
Yeah.
father's Y and mother's X will come together, it will form XY male. And
Hmm.
if mother's X and father's Y form XY, it will also form male. So there is
Yeah.
what? 50% of female probability and 50% of male child
Me.
probability. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
That's it. Then now I think we have done with the content. There are certain questions which is given
Oh,
here.
there's like a little bit down, I think.
Hmm?
A little bit more there is, like you showed
Yeah,
just
yeah.
now.
So these are what just questions.
Not
I have
questions.
shown you actually. Yeah, these are the questions.
Yeah,
This
these.
one, this one, this one. I guess. Yeah, questions I'll leave, but then I'll explain this. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. See what is given here. Environmental determination of sex. In turtle, an incubation temperature above 30 degrees Celsius produces female, while
Hmm.
the temperature below 28 degrees Celsius produces only males.
But what if the temperature varies? Like maybe for the first half of
It
the
is
incubation, it's 28 degrees or less. But then after that, it's 30 degrees plus. Then what will happen to the baby?
obviously so the period whenever temperature would be above 30 degrees Celsius, it will produce female only.
No, but what if it's like half for half the pregnancy?
No, it will be for like up where chromosome would be different. Here it won't be. Here temperature would affect on the gender.
Yes, ma'am, that's what I'm asking. So like when incubating, what if like half the time it actually incubates, it's for 30 degrees Celsius, and the other half of the time it incubates at 28 degrees? Then will half of them be
So
males?
there must be like I don't know where you have heard about the transgender.
Not transgender, but I'm asking,
It
like,
can be possible. It can be possible in the like animals as well. I don't know whether you're aware or not. Even in birds, even in the insects also it is possible. If
It's possible I've never
half egg
seen
will
or
be
heard
hatched
of
within
it.
a 30-degree. Sorry?
I've never heard of it. That's all. Like animals being
Really?
transgender.
You never heard about transgender? You never heard
Uh,
about transgender?
I've heard about transgender, but I've not heard of animals being transgender.
No, it is, it is. Because how I know, I'll let you know. In our zoology period, our zoology teacher taught us about it. At that time,
Okay.
we were learning about insect. So half
Okay.
body of the female and a half body of the male. It happens.
Hmm.
And as I told you, it's a temperature effect. If half time temperature would be like, and you know that hormone level is also affected. This is due to the hormone only. At a
Hmm.
certain temperature, certain hormone will release and it will produce female.
Yeah.
If temperature is low, then that time the different hormone would be released, it will produce male. Correct. But then if temperature would be in like different manner, which one would be the measure, it will take that. But then it may have the character of second as well. It's like transgender.
How exactly will a bird show male, female at the same time?
Yeah, it does exist, but then in rare, because most of the
So
time
now
temperature
like
would be even,
another
right?
question. Another
Hmm.
question. Is there something like a set this? Like suppose I was incubating at 30 degrees Celsius and all those
Hmm.
eggs have a set gender ki I'm a female. But then after some
Hmm.
time, for some reason, it changes to 28 degrees Celsius. The eggs which
No,
are
no.
not set,
Once gender is formed, it won't get affected
but the ones
because
which are not
gender.
formed yet, they
Yes,
will
yes.
get
Gender.
affected.
Listen. I'll let you know. Even in human, I'll let you know. Okay. In human, gender formation would be takes place by third month, and after that, whatever
Okay.
would be happen, gender will not affect. In the
Okay.
same manner, once gender is generated, there would be the
Hmm.
certain time period for the hatching of egg. During that, suppose there would be a 1 month. Among that first 1 week, gender would develop. Once it would be developed, after that, whatever would be weather condition, it won't get affected.
Okay. But like
Understand?
if
Because it
some
already
other
happened.
eggs have not set and then the temperature changes, they might become a boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Fine. See here what they said now. In lizard, high incubation temperature produces male offspring.
Okay.
Okay. And a
Mm-hmm.
marine mollusk and marine worm develop into female if growing alone. And in a company of female, they develop into male. It's
I do
according to
not understand.
requirement. It's according to the
In-
requirement.
No, 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 no. Okay, wait. The mother only incubates everything, right? The father doesn't go sit and incubate. So what do you mean in company of a female?
No. See, these all are produced due to the sexual intercourse, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if that female is growing alone, if any worm or mollusk,
Hmm.
marine mollusk and the worm, if growing alone, nobody is there, no partner, nothing is there, that time she will develop as a female. And female is already present and new worm is growing. So that worm will be grow as male because female is already present.
Mm-mm.
Understanding?
No.
Just learn this then by heart this part. Because so simple, it's all about requirement. Female is already present. So it will be grow as male
So everyone is male?
to satisfy their basic needs.
Okay, wait. They mate. The
Yes.
female is present, so all her babies will be
Yes.
male.
So another worm which is growing as female is present, it grow as a male.
What?
Yes. It's all
No.
about nature. I didn't do anything. It's all about nature.
No, no, no. I'm
Nature does.
confused. I'm confused. I'm
Nature
confused.
does. Nature does. Nature does.
Um, I don't get it.
Understood now? Understood now, still confused.
Still
Not
confused.
understood. Okay. Nothing. Okay. For mating, they need a partner.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay.
Two worms need a partner. Two mollusks need a partner. Now, if one mollusk or worm growing alone, alone. Nobody is there. That time it will lead into female.
So
Simple.
if one of the partner grew up alone,
Ha.
then it's a
Not
female.
one of the partner, no, anyone from infant to adult. If it growing alone, it will be converted into female or it will generate female.
But if the mother's with them, then they grow into males.
Male. If female is already
Oh.
produced, female is already present, then it will be converted to male. So they don't have a like mindset like mother and sister and daughter, like no, male and female, only these two varieties are there.
Yeah, of course, but
So that only you have to keep it in your mind. It's not about female
okay,
mother, it's not about father. Okay. If
that's
female is
interesting.
already present, it will be grow as male. That's it. Clear?
That's interesting, yeah.
It's all about nature.
Wow.
Clear? Yeah. See what is given? Dog
Yeah.
genetic combination of mother play a significant role in determining the sex of newborn.
The genetic combination. What do you mean by significant role? Is it asking me that?
No,
Wait.
they just asked whether it is like
No,
possible.
it doesn't. The
Yes.
father plays an important role, right?
Questions like it's dog also have the genetic chromosomal system is related like human beings only. So here they have
Okay.
given, see, mother have the pair of X chromosome and they do not play significant role in determining the sex of newborn.
Hmm.
Okay. So all children will inherit the X chromosome from mother regardless whether they have a boy or girl. Therefore, sex is always determined by the father. Father have XY chromosome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do one thing. I'll share all these questions to you.
Could you just
I'll
solve
take
the
a
next
snap.
question? The next question. I actually didn't understand that
Yes.
one.
If a trait A exists in 10% of population of asexually reproducing species, and a trait B is exist in a 60% of same population, which trait is likely to have a arisen earlier?
A, right?
What you
Oh
feel?
no, it's B. In a population of
Here they
reproducing
already
species.
said A exists in 10% and B exists in 60%. So obviously B will raise now faster.
Arisen earlier, ma'am. So then, what do you mean by that?
See here. In a population of sexually reproducing species, chances of appearance of new trait due to variation are very low. And the
Hmm.
trait which is already present in the population is likely to be higher percentage and would have been arisen earlier. Still
Okay.
confused.
No, I'm fine.
In sexual reproduction, variation happens.
Yeah.
What they asked here, if a trait A exists in 10% of population of
Hmm.
an asexual reproducing species and
Yeah.
trait B exists in 60% of the same population, which
Yeah.
trait is likely to have a arisen earlier?
So
Now,
asexual.
this is not about these sex traits. No? These are common traits. A trait and B
Hmm.
trait are common. A is present in 10% of asexual
Okay.
reproduction.
Okay.
B is a
Okay.
60%. Okay. But then
Okay.
as we know that, okay, these like 60% is by sexual reproduction. So there is
But
variation.
asexual, right? It says of an
Sorry.
asexually reproducing species. And trait B exists in 60% of the same population. So both of them have
Hmm.
reproduced asexually. Over here, maybe there's a spelling
Both
mistake.
of they
So,
are not reproduced asexually.
they have. The question says if a trait A exists in 10% of the population of an asexually reproduction species, maybe there's a spelling mistake in the answer because it says in a population of
For B, it
asexually,
will be sexually better.
it'll be sexually because even in
Yeah,
NCERT
in
it
a
says asexual.
population of sexually reproducing species, the chances of appearance of new trait due to variation is very low.
I
So
thought
new trait will
variation
not be
was a
considered.
high thing in sexually reproduction.
No, no, new trait already which are exist that will be appear faster. So A and B is exist, no. In 60% it is already exist.
So, ma'am, is the question spelling mistake or answer spelling mistake?
I'll check and I'll let you know. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
check this and I'll let you know.
Okay.
It is a NCRT question itself, I guess. It will maybe present in your book.
Yeah,
Check
it
it
was
once.
that. I didn't understand. That's why I wanted to ask you actually
Don't
today.
worry, don't worry. I'll post the answer. Okay,
Okay.
fine. And this part is dropped actually.
Yep. And
So
what
no need.
is exactly the whole, like a very brief gist of evolution?
Actually, it's about a development stages of human being from the earth and
So,
how
like,
like
apes
evolution,
to.
yeah, how Earth has been formed. The first animal on the Earth, amoeba, like
Hmm.
cell, first cell. So like that, it's been given, and like after that, you have to learn the genetics related to. Charles
Okay.
Darwin given this theory. See,
Hmm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Very first red and green beetles would be there.
Hmm.
Later, they didn't survive. Later, some algae would produce, right?
Okay.
Then there's speciation, how small species are generated, how
Hmm.
DNA copies happen, then geographical isolation. Yeah.
Okay.
Then father of evolution, Charles Robert Darwin, origin of life on Earth. Huh?
Okay.
One experiment is there. Evolution of classification, evidence of evolution. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
In excavation happened, no? That time many evidence has been like got for the evolution.
Yeah, like we have a tailbone and that tail we
Yes,
used.
yes. Artificial selection, see, human evolution. Let's see.
All humans come from Africa. Oh.
Yeah. And then it will be converting to features. Now we are giving too important to the features. We actually are ancestor.
Hmm.
Because of that, no one should like comment on anyone's features because we come from all same
We all come from
ancestor.
the same thing.
Hmm. That's it. These are the questions regarding, but then I don't feel like that you should go through. If you get a time, just read this once.
Yeah, I just
Hmm?
wanted to know out of curiosity what was there.
Yeah, it's fine. So fossils are there, no? In excavation, we able to
Hmm.
get. Been through this.
Rajasaurus.
Met through this.
Rajasaurus is Indian.
Hmm?
Rajasaurus.
Where you read it? Yeah, Raja Saurus.
Mom,
Fossil, dinosaur skull.
how does the process of carbon dating exactly work?
In that, what happened, because I'm a chemistry teacher, so I'm aware. So we know that common carbon would be carbon 12.
Mm-hmm.
So in carbon dating, they use carbon 13 or carbon 14. So this would be isotope of carbon. Okay.
Okay.
They just mix it with a certain chemical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And after reaction, they will see the product where this present in that or not among this.
Hmm.
Okay. By that, like if reaction would be happen and if it will be present, it will give you the exact age of that particular.
Wow.
It's really very interesting process and even have a good future in or scope in that particular field.
Hmm.
It's very important. And like actually, when you
Interesting.
we grow, that time you have a different kind of jobs, beta. You don't have like teaching, engineering. Obviously, these will be there, doctorate and all. But then the most important newly formed jobs would be like AI based.
Hmm.
Then it must be regarding environmental challenges, right? Because we're facing global warming nowadays. So
Yeah.
regarding that, many jobs would be there, jobs openings would be there in future. So think over it.
Yeah.
No, do not like follow same route. Try to do something different.
Something which you like and something which
Interesting.
doesn't exactly, yeah, bore you.
You should like to do that. That should be your work.
Yeah.
Actually, I like to teach. See, I was a I vice principal. I was a teacher. I was a lecturer. That all other part. But then I love teaching, so I cannot sit at home quietly. I'm teaching now online with because I love it.
Yeah.
Because I love it. I enjoy teaching. So, so whatever you do, give your best.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And stay connected whenever you feel like to like ask something, any queries there regarding anything, even any life process. This problem is there. I wanted to have a word with you. Always welcome, not an issue.
Thank you, ma'am.
And so, shall I end the class? I'll share this after my dinner.
Sure.
It's okay because it's my dinner time now. It's
Yeah, yeah,
8:30.
I'm sorry for keeping you.
No, it's okay. Actually, I supposed to finish it. I have finished it early, I guess, 5 minutes early.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll post this PDF to you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
If I have any doubt, I'll reach out.
Yeah, you ask for the extra class, not an issue.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
let me know if any doubt will be there, and if you want to like post it, you can
Yeah.
post. I'll solve there as well, not an issue.
Ma'am, small question, I'm sorry. But in
Yeah.
chemistry, they usually ask you like equations, right? So like they will give you this compound A has undergone electrolysis and formed three other compounds. Ma'am, how do you know what is what?
They
Because like
will give
many
X and
compounds
Y,
go
X,
to
Y kind of questions, no?
mm,
X will be react with this, you will get Y, and when
mm,
Y will be you should have that kind of command on those chemicals. By looking at the question, you should get it. If you want, you ask, tell me that kind of question I should take for you. I will definitely. Board question
yeah,
papers we will solve. If you request Manisha ma'am, board's question papers directly we will solve. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
and get
Like
download those
this year's
questions.
sample paper, the last section A question or something like
2 years
that.
are enough. 5 years are enough, I guess. Not 5 years actually.
10 years is good.
Samples paper 2021 pattern has been changed.
From
So from
2020,
when pattern is
pattern has been changed.
one, I guess. Because 2020 they have directly declared the result. Right, exam doesn't happen. 2020
Oh, yeah.
Corona time, Corona period. So
Hmm.
CBSE directly declared the result on the basis of their prelims of the students. And now
Oh, okay.
after that 2021 new pattern has been generated. Right, there are I guess I think 15 to 16 marks MCQs are there.
Hmm. The
Means
MCQs
like
has been
five,
increased.
three, yeah,
Increased.
five, four, three kind of MCQ, six, seven MCQs, and
Hmm.
later I guess assertion reason kind of questions.
Yeah.
So that is also included into MCQ zone,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Those questions need to be like tackled very nicely because if you choose the correct option, you will get full marks. But then if you like choose a wrong answer, all marks would be gone.
Can't go
So you
exactly
have
like
to
in between. You
be
can't.
you have to be very prompt to choose a most correct answer because all will be look same,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that practice need to be done.
Okay.
Very important. And one
And
one
that's
marks
exactly
questions
where
also
I'm
would be
at.
there.
Like now, if you analyze my paper, the place where I lose the most marks are MCQs. I don't know why,
Ah,
but like, if you see it, my paper, most of what I lost is in MCQ.
so it should not be happen. We are
Yeah,
lacking in
like I got
practice.
a 70 almost, like 69.5. 70 basically in science for half yearly. Most
No,
of
no,
them,
it's too less. It's too less. It's like the girl with your kind of curiousness and that intellectual should get above 90.
no, 70 out of 80. Out of 80 this is.
Okay, fine. Means good. Then good. But then too, you can score more.
Hmm.
You can score more. And in MCQ, marks should not.
How do I fix that?
So you have to fix by doing practice. You have to solve number of questions. S. Chand book, are you aware?
Sorry?
If not, then S. Chand.
No.
S. Chand for Science of Great Death. Demand it from Amazon, you will get it.
Okay.
I don't know whether
S.
it can be delivered. S. Chand.
Chand. Ma'am, could you spell Chand?
I'll spell. If possible, I'll send the picture later, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. The reference book.
Great 10, yes. Science.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
So this is a really good book. You can go through it. You will get
Okay.
number of questions also in this.
Okay.
Yeah. Once check online, see the review, and then only ask.
Sure.
They-
Okay, ma'am.
Shall I end the class? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Sorry.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.